Hi, I'm Kristen with Ford Life Network, where we help people go from stuck to unstoppable with faith-based guidance and actionable steps. In this episode, I'm going to be sharing with you the 5 programs that I love for small business. Stick around. So it's Valentine's week, and I just thought it'd be fun to talk about some things that I love. And I've worked in a lot of different businesses, but a lot of my career has been in small businesses. And so I thought today it'd be fun to share just some of the programs I used and just talk about a lot of the benefits and how helpful they were. And maybe if you're somebody that's looking to start a small business, or you are a small business and you're looking for things that can help you, these might give you a few ideas. So the first program I want to talk about, and this is, I would say, the main one that's really awesome, is Monday.com. And I have used Monday.com for so many things in so many businesses. I've used it in real estate. I've used it at a tech company that I worked for. There's just so many things you can do with this platform, and there's a lot of options that they give you for even the free version of Monday.com. So just to share with you some of the things maybe that I used to use it for, to give you some ideas depending on what industry you're in. So when I was in real estate, for example, the other thing I like about it is that it's a pretty good app that you can have on your phone. So if you might be the person that is sitting at the desk like I was the administrative assistant, and the person that I worked for was a realtor, so they could have the app on their phone, and then me as their assistant could have it pulled up on my computer. So one of the things I did in one of the last companies that I worked for was I would put a lot of the transaction management on Monday.com so we could both see when things were getting done. So as tasks were getting complete and we needed to follow up on deadlines, I would make like the house address be the line, and then I carved out all the steps that go on in the transaction, and then you can click done when each step is done. So then when the agent is out and about, they can see, the inspection report came in, or this was done, or that was done, the appraisal came in, or, what date is everything due. So it was just a really nice system to do that with. Another way that I used Monday.com was when I was working for a tech company, and I was side by side with the marketing department. And so me and the head of marketing created like a calendar, and we created tasks. And then everyone in the marketing department used Monday.com, and we could all collaborate together. We could see, what we're working on for this quarter. You could create like a whole plan for the year. So that was another way to use Monday.com. I think that it was a tool that had a lot of possibilities. It had a lot of flexibility. It had a lot of versatility, and it just was very user-friendly on the phone as well, which again is really helpful when you're on a team, because people in sales are usually on their phone a lot more, and then people that are the marketers, administrators are behind a desk on a computer. And sometimes programs work really well on a desktop but not so well on the phone. So that's one reason that I really loved using Monday.com, and definitely going to be implementing it more even as I'm building this as well. So the second program that I really loved, as a small business, working in small businesses, but also I think also in my personal life, I love Google Calendar. I think it's great for how you can integrate other people's calendars with yours, or they can have their Google Calendar, you can have your Google Calendar, and you can invite them to different things. You can invite different people. You can, if you're an administrator like I was, you can like be setting things up for your business owner's calendar, even though you have your own calendar. There's just so much you can do. Even in my personal life, me and my fiance, he has a Google Calendar, I have a Google Calendar, or also sometimes we use one and we just have different colors for whose appointment that is, and everybody can see what's going on. So I love Google Calendar. It's really great for color coding. It's really great for time blocking. Also, if you're somebody that likes Apple Calendar or you like another program on your phone, you can feed it into other calendars. It's just really helpful for a team to use Google Calendar, and just all the things you can do with it. And it works very well on a mobile device. So that's another program I love, and I don't know where I would be without that one. Okay, number 3, a program that I really love for small business is Google Sheets. Now, I don't love Excel. I'm not an Excel person. I don't love it. But Excel is like very needed a lot of times in small business. And what I like about Google Sheets is it basically takes the Excel-like program, but it makes it online. It's the same thing you can do with Excel. You can track finances and goals. You can plan content and projects. You can customize things. One way that I used it in small business was for our real estate team. We were able to do our own tracking of our, won or lost businesses. And I know a lot of those things are inlaid into the other programs the brokerages offer, but just having your own Google Sheet, being on top of your own numbers, if those programs go down or you switch programs, you always have that in your history. So that's really great. And then again, on the personal side, we use Google Sheets to do all of our bills. We have all of our bills laid out and when things are due and all that stuff. So it is using Excel, but I just like that it's a much more online based thing, and it's easy to integrate with others. And I think for me, that's why I'm naming a lot of these programs, is they're programs that can be used for teams and small teams and people that are creating small businesses, because it's really hard to go from somebody that's, I've stepped into a lot of small businesses, a lot of real estate agents. They're so used to doing it all themselves. And so then to step into a team building, it has to be where everyone on your team can see, different things and function. And so that's why a lot of the programs I'm mentioning today are the ones that I'm mentioning, because a lot of them have those features. Number 4, a program I absolutely love for small business and big business, because I've used it in both, but for small business, is Canva. And I know we've talked mostly about administrative programs, but Canva is a marketing program. And I just love the use and ease that you can use it with to create simple marketing pieces. If you're a small business owner and you don't want to spend a ton of money on a graphic designer, or you don't want to use a more a harder program like the Adobe Suite, I think Canva is wonderful. It's easy for non-designers. It helps your branding look consistent, and there's a lot of templates in there that you can use. So I would say definitely check out Canva if you haven't already. Number 5, the program that I love, a not so obvious program that I love, is Grammarly. And I know a lot of people are using ChatGPT now, but Grammarly is a great tool and extension that you can run on your Google Suite. And it's just nice to help with spelling and grammar and catching things, or if you're writing newsletters for your company or you're sending out emails. I just highly recommend Grammarly, because it'll check a lot of those things for you, and it just adds that level of professionalism to what you're doing as a small business owner, which sometimes is hard to compete on that level. So you always want things to be as professional as the larger businesses. So I highly recommend checking out Grammarly as well. So in closing, I just wanted to share with you the top 5, programs that I really love for small business. And I hope you check them out, and I hope you visit us at www.forwardlifenetwork.com to get more information about these. And let me know in the comments what some of your favorite programs to use for your business are.